Good morning. Let's just take a moment for these beautiful blue skies. We have been having absolutely spectacular weather lately. Today's weather is a top of 23 degrees Celsius and a low of 13 degrees. Oh, I just love this time of year. It's just incredible. Beautiful blue skies, crisp days. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite seasons. And I thought in today's video, we would combine two of my favorite things. The first is my absolute love for finding really gorgeous quality clothing pieces for very reasonable prices, I think. Clothing is not something that I have shown a lot on my channel, and I actually don't buy a lot of clothing, but over the last couple of months I have actually purchased a few pieces that I think are they're just pieces I felt for what I paid and the quality of the pieces. I think that they are incredible. And I was really trying to have a bit of a think about my channel and kind of what content I wanted to be sharing with you. And I know for myself, that is something that I would love to watch, is somebody showing me pieces that are kind of in that mid tier. So these are not luxury pieces, they're not thousands of dollars, they're sort of around the $100 to $200 mark, but they're really great quality. They're pieces that, so I'm not going to be unboxing anything with you today. These are pieces that I've had in my wardrobe now for a month or two that I have absolutely loved and that you can still buy online should you wish, but I just kind of want to share them with you and kind of share what I love about them. And I know I would love that. I watch a number of YouTubers online, and sometimes they have really gorgeous things, but they're just sort of out of my price range, or they're products that I can't get where I am in Australia. So I would love it if someone sort of showed me their pieces and they were kind of more in my price range. I definitely take a lot of inspiration from those creators, and when they have these luxury pieces, I love seeing how they style them, and then I try and find things that are maybe a little bit similar that I can style that are more in my price range. So I thought we would do that first up this morning, and then you all know the other one of my favorite things is some gardening. So after I've shown you a couple of pieces, now as I said, it's not a clothing haul or anything, there's only a few pieces that I wanted to show you, but we need to do some gardening. The pumpkin has grown considerably again, and we need to tie that up, and the temperature has gotten such that I would like to get the kale seeds in. So I'm really wanting to pop them in here. So the pumpkin, the kale, and I need to harvest some of the cucumbers. So I thought we'd do the clothing first, and then we would get into some gardening. How gorgeous is the spinach looking? It has really bounced back after being ravaged by the caterpillars. Oh, look how lush this looks. All right, without further ado, let's head inside, and I will try and find a spot with some good lighting that I can show you these pieces. So here we are. We are in my sitting room, and I've sort of not really done, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of fashion content. I don't tend to buy a lot of clothing, but I have purchased a few pieces over the last few months that I've completely paid for myself, and I felt that the quality of the pieces was just incredible. I thought they were gorgeous, and I mean, this little sort of segment here, it's not even an unboxing. These are pieces that I have had in my wardrobe. They're pieces I've worn repeatedly, but you can actually still get them online if you are interested. And so I just wanted to share them with you. As I sort of said, I'm quite discerning with my clothing, and I do find it difficult to find nice quality pieces at sort of reasonable prices or prices kind of within my own budget. So that's kind of what I wanted to focus on today, the pieces that are, you know, new in the last sort of month or so, but I think they are incredible. I've worn them several times already. I think the price that I paid for them was definitely worth the piece, and the quality is really great. So before I start, if you enjoy this sort of content, like a little bit more of like the fashion content, please let me know in the comments. I'm happy to kind of share these sorts of things moving forward. I don't buy a lot of clothing, so I'm definitely not going to be showing you new in clothing every month or anything like that. I don't buy that amount of clothes. But if I do have pieces that I find online and, you know, I've hunted it down and I found it and it's arrived and I absolutely love it, and I think that the quality and the price and all of that is on point. If you would like me to share those pieces with you, please subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comments down below, and I will certainly do that moving forward. So I thought I would start with this piece first off because I actually wore this today. This is exactly how I styled this outfit. So this is a dress, sort of like a bit of a sundress from Portman's. I will link this in the description box in the event that you're interested in it. I think the quality of this piece is absolutely incredible. So I think full price, I think I paid around $200 for it, and I'm pretty sure I got it on sale. Portman's often has sales, so keep an eye out for that if you are interested in this piece. I will say that it is probably an end of season piece, so you might find that sizing might have gone, but as of filming today, this piece is still available and there is a fair amount of sizes. As I said earlier, I just really do want to say none of these pieces are gifted. All of these pieces I have paid for with my own money. I'm not affiliated with any of these brands or anything like that, but I think that this is incredible quality. I think the fit is just perfection. The detail that they have gone to on this dress for the $200, I think it's maybe $219 full price, is exceptional. So it's got a nice sort of wide strap. I am wearing a bra with this, and so it kind of just hides your bra strap if you're somebody who has to wear a bra. The outer shell is 100% cotton, and it's got the bodice sort of area is beautifully fitted, and it's quite, because it's 100% cotton, the material is quite firm, so it does sort of hold you in a little bit. And then it's sort of got this waist area here. The dress itself does come with a belt. I didn't like the belt, so I've taken that off, but you might love the belt. And then it kind of just goes down into this really beautiful skirt. And you can see here, well, hopefully you can see, it's got these pin tucks here in the skirt at the front and at the back. And I just think it is beautiful. Hopefully you can see on the camera, but then at the bottom here, if I sort of hold it out a little bit, you can see it's got these incredible cutouts. It's almost like a broderie anglaise sort of cutout at the bottom with sort of some lace detailing, and then the bottom almost has like a scalloped edge to it. And then the pièce de résistance underneath, so like this is the attention to detail of this. You may notice that this skirt, like the actual skirt, is quite voluminous. That is because underneath here, they have actually added in, hopefully you can, if I turn sideways, you probably can see, some tulle, which is just incredible. And so the skirt kind of just sits on top. It is, I wore this today, as I said, and it's very comfortable to wear. It is a thicker material, so it's not super lightweight for like peak summer days. But this to me is a trans-seasonal piece. I will wear this all year round. So I will wear it in summer, pretty much styled how I've got it today, with a bit of a wicker bag. I've got, I don't know if you can see in the camera angle, I've got these little sort of brown matching shoes to go with it. If you had a tan matching belt, you could certainly put a tan belt to kind of complete the ensemble. As it gets a little bit colder, you could add a blazer with this. You could add a cardigan, like a big snuggly cardigan. I don't get cold enough here where I won't wear this in winter. I would 100% wear this dress in winter. I think the color obviously goes into winter as well. Winter, autumn, spring, summer. I could style this for every single season. But this is how I styled it today for my little trip out this morning. But I just cannot get over how incredible the quality is and the amount of detail that they have gone to with this dress. As I said, like all that sort of work at the bottom, the layer of tulle, the cotton sort of feel of the fabric, the rigidness of the fabric is just exceptional. When I saw this come online at Portman's, I saw it online first and was like, oh my goodness, like it can't be as nice as it was. And I actually went in store and purchased this in store. When the moment I tried it on, I knew how much I was going to love it. I've worn it several times. I adore it. And look, as I said, the quality, I'm really hoping this piece lasts years. I think it's absolutely classic. I don't think it'll ever go out of fashion. And I will certainly be wearing it for years to come. You'll no doubt see me in this many, many times. But yeah, so that was the first one that I wanted to share with you. If you love it, as I said, it is probably end of season. So I would probably have a quick look online and just see if, your size is still in stock. But yeah, cannot fault this dress. There is probably nothing that I would do differently with it. I just think it's just perfection. So I was so happy to add this into my collection. So that is the first dress. So continuing with the Portman's dresses, this is the last one I wanted to show you from Portman's. This dress is in the sale, I'm pretty sure, so it may not be online for much longer. So if you like it, definitely have a look at that link and, see what you think. But this dress is 100% cotton. I just think it is beautiful. The structure to the bodice here is exceptional. It does actually have boning throughout, so it's got quite like a corset kind of structure to it. I am not wearing a bra with this. I do have quite a large bust, but this dress does give you a fair amount of support. I also really like the little tiny spaghetti straps that it has. I find, just for me personally, and I think because they've got quite a big bust, that strapless dresses tend to fall down a lot. And nobody wants to spend the night hiking up their dress. So for me, having these little spaghetti straps just means I'm not constantly pulling the dress up. The straps are adjustable, which is brilliant, and it's got this really pretty, hopefully you can see, if I sort of turn a little bit to the light, this really pretty pin tuck detail to the bodice, and then as the pin tucks go down, it kind of just goes out into this very pretty flared skirt. And this is kind of how I would style it for evening. It is quite a dressy dress, but I definitely think you could style it sort of down a little bit, make it a little bit more casual. If you were going for like a really nice lunch somewhere, you could style it with the tan slides that I had on for the previous dress, as well as like a little wicker handbag or something like that for summer. But again, really lovely quality. As I said, 100% cotton. I think the fit on this is just beautiful and really happy with it. Just such a versatile piece. Again, one that I will, so I'm in Queensland in Australia, so we don't get ridiculously cold temperatures. So I will definitely wear this. This will be all year round for me. All the seasons. In winter, you could put some tights with it and a really beautiful sort of like blazer or cardigan. If you were going to like the opera or the ballet, you could style it with like a faux sort of stole or a like a pashmina or something like that, which would just be beautiful. But yeah, absolutely love this. A winner. And again, I'm pretty sure when I purchased it, it was in the sale, but I think this piece was maybe originally 200. But as of today, when I looked online, it was in the sale, and it was quite the bargain price. So if you love this and you were in the market for kind of like a bit of a easy sort of evening outfit, this one is beautiful. So moving on to a brand called Review now, Review Australia. You have definitely seen me in this dress before. I have worn it a couple of times. I've had it for maybe 3 weeks now, and I have worn it a couple of times already. I love it. This is such an easy dress to just throw on, and I feel so put together when I have it on. It is again 100% cotton, and this print, hopefully you can kind of see, the color is, I think they called it shadow purple. So the background color is a really dark purple color, and then it's got this gorgeous sort of floral print. And it's a high-low, you can see at the bottom there. Skirt is really beautiful, you get great movement in it. And again, as I said, a really easy piece to just throw on when you're sort of going out and about, running errands, that kind of thing. This again, for me, will be a trans-seasonal piece. I will wear it all year round. In winter, I'll probably just chuck a little cardigan over the top and style it that way. I've just got my sort of little tan slides on with it at the moment, and this is basically just how I've been styling it. Some tan slides or my sort of tan, I've got almost like a ballet flat kind of shoe, those with either a wicker handbag or the handbag that I had earlier that's got the little tan kind of leather strapping on it. But this dress, this is the most expensive dress that I'm showing you. This dress at full price was $249, but they have had a sale sort of recently, so I'm not sure if the sale will still be on when you're watching this video. But if you love this dress and you're interested in it, you can always click on the link and just have a bit of a look. But I just think it is beautiful. It's got really gorgeous covered buttons on it, which is just very sweet. I love a covered button. I really love the cap sleeve detail. It's a shirt dress, super versatile. Again, a really sort of just classic piece. It's not going to go out of style. And while it is that little bit more pricey, it's 100% cotton. It's incredible quality. And I just think, I know I'm going to have it in my wardrobe for years to come, and we'll be wearing it for years to come. So very, very happy with that one. And as I said, this one is from Review. So the last one that I wanted to show you from Review, this is sort of a very easy evening outfit for me. So this dress is so unbelievably soft and comfortable, and it's basically just a pull on, but I think it looks gorgeous. It is very much like a fit and flare, which for my body shape, I've got quite a curvy body shape. For my body shape, that suits it the best. The lace detailing is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love the cap sleeves that they've got. I just think that's really pretty. This style of dress actually did also come in a long sleeve. So if you were looking for a long sleeve, you can definitely get that. The long sleeve is also like a lace full long sleeve. I think it came in navy as well. This is the black. I'm not sure if it came in any other colors, but I got the black one and I am so happy with it. Yeah, incredible quality again. I think the length is really beautiful. Not too short, not too long. Really just, you could style it up for evenings like I've got here, or again if you've got a really beautiful lunch or, you know, afternoon tea or things like that. I think this would look really pretty like that. But yeah, another really pretty piece. This was, I think, full price $199, but again, as I said earlier, Review was having a sale. I'm just not sure if the sale will still be on when you're watching this, but you might find that they have another sale in the coming weeks as we get closer to the mid-year mark. But really happy with it. As I said, that lace detailing across here, I think is just really beautiful. You can never go wrong with lace, and as I said with all the other pieces, again, I think it's a really classic piece. It's not trend driven. This is something that I will have in my wardrobe for years to come. It's a little black dress with a really pretty lace over, and I just think that that's classic, elegant, and definitely a must for in my wardrobe. I don't have anything else like this. So this is quite the change from the last outfit, but when I tell you, when I saw this robe online, I instantly fell in love with it. I just thought it was exceptional. The color, the attention to detail, the scalloping on the sleeve, the little lace details, it's just beautiful. So this is a 100% cotton Laura Ashley robe. It did come with a nightgown as well. So I bought this from Next online. I believe Next is a UK retailer. I'd actually never ordered anything from Next before. The entire process was super easy. And if you are in Australia, I ordered this and it came from the UK to Australia. The same day I ordered some items from Sydney within Australia. This arrived before the items from within Australia. So the entire sort of online order process was incredible, and the delivery blew my mind. I could not believe how quickly this arrived. It was crazy. So just to very quickly talk about this piece. So it is a sort of night robe, nightgown, whatever you want to call it. The colors are beautiful, exquisite. There's just, I find the colors of this, like these sort of watercolor floral prints, such a calming thing, and particularly at nighttime. I'm not somebody who gravitates towards really bright colors. Other people look exceptional in them, and I have no problem with bright colors. Just for myself, I tend to find I don't gravitate towards, fluoro orange and, lime greens and that kind of thing. I really kind of stick more to muted colors, and this is stunning. Really comfortable. This is I think this is the medium size. I normally range from about a 10 to a 12. So all the dresses that I've shown you earlier were sort of 10s to 12 depending on the style of dress. This is the medium. It is quite a big sort of robe. It's quite voluminous in the sleeves and that. So I guess it's quite true to size, I would say. But I could not get over it. And then like the sculpt, hopefully you can see this. I will put, you would have seen, I've put close-ups of all the items, like the details of the items on screen sort of here. But the scallop detailing on all the hems, like even at the bottom, it's got this really beautiful scallop detailing, and the color is what sold it to me. This print is just, yeah. I did also purchase the nightgown, the matching nightgown that goes with this. I sent that back. I adore this. The nightgown to me it wasn't my style. I didn't think it was very flattering on my shape. I'm sure it looks incredible on other people, but just for my shape, it just didn't go. But this, there was no doubt about it. I loved it. So yeah, really incredible. So happy with it. It's quite a, when it arrived, I washed this, it washed really well. When it arrived, it was quite sort of a stiff cotton. I've only had this for maybe 2 weeks. But already the cotton has really softened, which is, yeah, beautiful. I think this was $130 roughly Australian, which is kind of expensive, I think, maybe for a robe, but for the quality of it and the details in that, I was happy to pay it for it. I will have this robe for years to come, and I will love it. You will definitely be seeing a lot of this robe if you subscribe to my channel. I'll be wearing it in the mornings as I make my cup of tea. But yeah, loved this. So this is the last piece that I wanted to show you, was the jumper. I ummed and ahed about showing it because This particular colorway is pretty much almost sold out. So when I purchased it, there were only a few pieces left. They have brought it out though in like a new season color, in like a really pretty sort of light blue color, and with a little sort of fox motif on the top, except the fox is obviously styled a little bit differently. So I will link this green one as well as the blue one in the description box down below in the event you'd like to have a look at them. So this jumper is from Jules, and I also purchased this from Next online via the UK. The moment I saw this, I had to have it. I just think the little fox on the front is so cute. I think it's adorable, so sweet. I loved like the detailing of it all. I loved the little outfit and the boots and the shoes and that. And she's kind of like in her country attire, which if you don't know, I live in the coastal countryside here. I also really loved this color. It's quite a muddy sort of a green color. And this is obviously styled very casually because this is exactly how I intend to wear this jumper. It doesn't kind of get cold enough here where I would probably do like a lot of layers or anything, but just to kind of go out, run errands, even just being really cozy in the house, this is how I intend to style it. Very simple, very comfortable, but still sort of quite, I'm hoping, quite sort of chic, elegant, and I sort of hopefully still look quite put together. So that's kind of my idea of the styling that I would do with it. Just some really comfy ballet flats, some pants. I could probably do like a white pant or a navy pant with it as well. Even jeans, like a really nice dark wash denim jeans would look, I think, really nice. I will say the sizing, this jumper is intended to be fitted. I think if you went for your normal size, the jumper would be quite fitted on you. I have intentionally sized up probably 3 or 4 sizes to my normal size because I wanted it oversized like this. I just wanted something really cozy, very comfortable to wear, and I didn't necessarily need something that was quite tight fitted. The material is a cotton nylon wool blend. I have incredibly sensitive skin, and so I generally don't buy things that have wool in them. I find it really itchy on my skin, but I have to say, not at all. So I don't even have like a shirt on or anything underneath this, just kind of like bare skin and a bra obviously, but and I'm not finding it itchy at all. It's very snuggly and very cozy, and I just think it is so cute with the little fox on it. Yeah, I was really happy with this. As I said, it wasn't on sale, unfortunately. I had to pay full price for it. I think it was about $160 for this, Australian dollars that is. And I think this colorway may already be sold out, but the blue is also really gorgeous. And if I had a need for more sort of jumpers in my wardrobe, I probably would have also got the blue, but I just don't wear jumpers that much to warrant having that many, and I already have quite a few jumpers here, so I didn't want to just buy it for the sake of it. But yeah, so happy to add this into my wardrobe. Yeah, so snuggly, so cozy. I'm sure you're going to be seeing this so much in the coming videos as the weather gets a bit colder here. And I mean, you could definitely style this a little bit more as, like, I've gone so casual with this, but you could definitely style it a lot more preppy. So you could put like a collared shirt under it and sort of have like your collared shirt sort of sticking out with your, you know, collar and everything here. You could do like a white shirt, or even, you know, like pull some of the tones out from the fox's outfit and have like your collared shirt underneath, which I think would look really sort of preppy and quite smart if you wanted to dress it up. If you got one that was a little bit more fitted, you could probably also wear it, like layer it under blazers and things if you're in an area that gets a lot colder. I'm in Queensland in Australia, so if you're someone in Sydney or Melbourne or elsewhere in the world where it gets quite cold, definitely under coats, you know, big wool coats with scarves. As as I said, blazers and that, I think it would look really chic and just very elegant. And again, a piece that's really great quality. The delivery from Next was exceptional, and I'm so happy to have this in my wardrobe. I'm going to get so much wear out of it, and hopefully it is going to be a piece that lasts me years to come. So that is the last clothing item that I wanted to share with you today. If you have enjoyed this kind of thing, if you've enjoyed me sharing some pieces that I love, that I've kept in my wardrobe, pieces that I'm wearing, do let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see more of this. Subscribe to my channel, and over the next, years to come, hopefully, I'll be able to show you new pieces as they come in, just to help you kind of identify pieces in case you're in the market similar to me and you're looking for kind of those good quality pieces, classic pieces that just sort of aren't, thousands of dollars for dresses and things. So yeah, if you'd like to see more of that, please let me know in the comments. Now, I am keen to get out into the garden, and I want to tie up that pumpkin and get the kale seeds in and things. So I'm going to get changed out of this, and then we will head outside into the garden. Gosh, it's still beautiful out here. They do forecast rain for the next couple of days though, so I'm enjoying as much of the sunshine as I can. Alrighty. So I have brought out my little harvest basket here. And I've got all my little bits and bobs in here. So I've brought out the jute ribbon for us to tie up the pumpkin. I've brought out some kale seeds. I've actually got this is it a new packet of seeds? I don't know. I want to finish off this packet of kale seeds, so I want to get those in. And I've got the harvest basket because I also want to harvest some of the cucumbers. Because would you believe they are ready, well not all of them, but some of them are ready for harvest. I'm so happy. I'm so pleased that I got them before the weather turned too cold. Just to show you a little close up, look at all this new growth. That is a very happy pumpkin indeed. So the next thing I want to do is plant the kale seeds. So I'm just going to be planting them in this area here. These are the seeds that I've had the most success with. I do like the dwarf kale. So we're going to get those in. Hopefully by the time they are big enough, the weather will be cool enough for them to grow and be happy and not get munched on by the caterpillars and grasshoppers. But the weather is definitely turning colder, so these should do really well. So what I'm doing is just digging these little kind of trenches here. Just a little tiny bit, not super deep, just a little bit. And then I'm going to sprinkle the kale seeds in there. And cover it over. So that is what kale seeds look like. They're very small. So just sprinkle a few in each. And then once the little seeds are there, you just cover them over and you're basically just tucking them in. And then when I water all the vegetables this afternoon, I will make sure that I water this little patch. Oh, I cannot wait to start eating kale. I love kale. So just to show you, they are my little cucumbers. They are a snack size cucumber. So they're pretty much this one here, and I'd say this one here are ready to go. So I'm gonna harvest those. But the plants themselves, this one is doing really well. You can see it is very happy. The leaves look incredible. Even with the colder weather, it's still doing great. But unfortunately, this one here, and I think I mentioned to you last week, some little creature comes at night time and it's just been pulling off the leaves. You can see like they've just torn the leaves. I don't know why they would do that, but it is getting some new leaves down this end, and you can see little baby cucumbers starting there. So hopefully it will bounce back. But let's harvest some of these cucumbers. I think the other ones will be ready in maybe next week. They'll be ready to harvest. But these are going to be delicious in my salad. Alright, as you can see by all the shade in the sort of back cottage garden here, it is actually getting quite late in the afternoon. You can hear all the birds are starting to head home. So I may actually leave this video here. It has been a bit of a different one with the clothing. As I said earlier, let me know what you think. Is that something that you would like to see? Is it not? Let me know in the comments. If there was anything that I didn't, if you enjoyed the clothing, but there was something that I didn't tell you or explain about the clothes that you would like to see in future, please also let me know that. I'm happy to sort of, add in any sort of extra information. I've never shown clothes before, so I'm really happy to try and make it as informative as possible for you. And just as I said, obviously if you're not in the market for clothes or anything like that, there's no pressure to buy anything. I just wanted to share with you the things that I've bought that I thought were really gorgeous pieces and that I had room for in my wardrobe. And in the event that it's helpful for you and that you're looking for similar kinds of items, letting you know where I got them from, what I paid, etc. And then, after all that clothing trying on, we headed out here into the cottage garden. I'm so pleased to have gotten those kale seeds in. You have no idea. I'm hoping kale grows quite quickly, so I'm hoping I will be getting kale soon so I can start eating it in my salads and wraps and things like that. And that pumpkin, gosh, I've just turned and I'm just looking at the pumpkin from here. Yes, I get up in the morning and when I look out sort of my windows, I can actually see the pumpkin. And every time I think, oh gosh, it feels like it's going to be a Jack and the Beanstalk situation where it's just taken over the whole back garden. So really having to keep on top of that every couple of days and make sure I'm tying it up so that I'm training it around the post. And yeah, very happy to have harvested those cucumbers. I'm so pleased I planted them. I was a bit worried that they would be a bit late in the season for cucumbers, but they've done really well. So I will know that now for next year. if you have been enjoying my content, I would really, really love it if you subscribed. It makes me so happy when I see the numbers grow and our little sort of YouTube family grow. So if you are enjoying the content, please subscribe if you haven't already. Gosh, would you listen to all those parrots and that? Okay, well, I will see you next week for some new videos. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me. Bye.